Now, back to Joe Donlin and Laurel Porter on Northwest News Channel 8.
It was 40 years ago today that the Beatles took the stage at Portland's Memorial Coliseum and took the city by storm. For those who were lucky enough to see the historic show, it was a night they'll never forget. For the rest of us, well, News Channel 8's Keely Chalmers takes us back in time. Keely?
Laurel, it was August 22nd, 1965. The Beatles made a quick stop here in the Rose City. They stayed less than 12 hours and played for only about 45 minutes. But they left behind 4 decades of memories.
The 40th anniversary of the day that the Beatles came to Portland.
It was Beatlemania at radio stations across the Rose City.
Crazy.
Yeah, and hard to believe that it was just such a quick trip, yet it made such an indelible imprint on people's imagination.
In between songs during their afternoon radio show, Kinks Dave and Sheila
You are one of the lucky ones.
took calls from lucky listeners who 40 years ago
I was 7 years old.
watched history unfold as the Beatles played their one and only show in Portland.
It was so hectic and all the screaming girls.
My whole dress was wet from my tears.
Marilyn Storch recalls being one of those screaming girls.
It was just pandemonium.
Luckily, Marilyn's father had scored front row seats. Just feet from the Fab Four, this is what the then 13-year-old saw. Her father had brought in a movie camera and shot this film. But at the time, Marilyn had more important things on her mind, like getting Paul's attention.
I specifically got blue on the bow because I knew Paul liked blue.
Yes, that's the very dress she wore to the concert. She saved it all these years.
That was the biggest day of our lives.
From 40 years ago, we have a copy of the original contract.
Memorial Coliseum still has a copy of the deal it made with the Beatles back in 1965, a mere $50,000 deal, a small price to pay in more ways than one.
I do feel real privileged to have gone.
To look back and realize that it's been 40 years, it's a time capsule.
And here's a little proof that times have definitely changed. If you went to the Beatles show back in 1965, you paid about $5, $6 for your ticket. If you're going to Paul McCartney's show this November here in Portland, the top ticket price is $250. There's a slight difference, Joe, Laurel.
Just a little bit. One thing's the same, though. A lot of screaming fans, though, I bet, in November.
And the haircuts are back.
They are.
Amazingly,
You look good like that.
Do you remember your first rock and roll concert?
Gosh, I'm trying to remember what I think it was the Wings.
I know you
Paul
remember
McCartney
the
and
first
Wings.
country concert you went to.
Oh, Alabama.
There you go.
Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Your first...
We went to the Rock Fest, at Busch Stadium in St. Louis.
Yeah.
The all-day
Who was
party.
playing?
Oh,
Like
it was
Kiss and...
Yeah, whatever.
What about yours?
Mine was the Allman Brothers, so a little Southern rock. So it's fun to look back on all that. What a great...